All right, so here I'm going to do a very heart-wrenching and very emotionally heavy story, and it tells about this little poor little baby black girl named Naeve Thomas, who was a violent victim of a hate crime by this older boy. I'm not going to call it boy, this little demon, this little pre-adolescent demon, and basically this little dirtbag hospitalized her, and because she verbally defended herself after he called some racial slurs. So here it goes. A black girl is beaten and harassed by a boy in an apparently racial motive attack in Kansas. Brandy Stewart said her 11-year-old daughter, Naeve Thomas, was playing with friends outside apartment complex this past Friday near her Shawnee school when an older boy turned her with racial slurs. All right, and so her feelings are more hurt because of racial act, not so much as experience, Stewart said. No, the girl said that, response said, no, I'm not, I'm going to rise above and said, no, my black is beautiful. And apparently this little snot then assaulted her with a pole. I really hated to read that part though, because that made my blood boil right here. So, all right, so basically she has suffered from a concussion and so on, and she has stitches outside her cheeks and she lost her tooth. Again, this was a sickening to hear this. All right, and then you just usually got the usual people being shocked and mortified by this. Now, as for that little punk, he was charged with aggravated battery. All right, according to Johnson, contradicted attorney Steve Howe. Add that his hate crime should be filed in the case, although juvenile court system handles differently than adult court. So that means it's up in the air whether or not this little dirtbag is going to get seriously charged. And the thing is that my remark when I read the story is that I was looking for the part where that little demon was hospitalized after the fact, because the moment that he actually hurt that little girl, some people should have stomped him out right there. That should have been ended where he was in a hospital bed next to that little snot. And yeah, it doesn't matter that he's like basically at 12 years old. Like if he's that young enough to do something that vicious and violent, who knows he's going to be capable of when he gets older. All right, and the obvious thing is, where are the parents of this boy? Because I'm willing to bet that this boy was nurtured and groomed to think that way about black people. Because I wouldn't be surprised if you hear that his parents probably told him how this is how black people should be viewed, and he grew up learning how to internalizing that kind of those that sick pathology. All right, so on. That's basically how a lot of these little kid white supremacists end up doing the things they're doing, because they have some very sick demonic parents who teach them that this is how black people should be viewed. All right, verbally and physically, black people are subhuman animals that need to be tortured and assaulted. And yeah, I'm just going to bet that most like his parents helped to groom this little monster. All right, and I'm still at the part where that little punk wasn't beaten down. All right, because again, when I says this is not a child, this is a demon, a demon, and so on and so on. 'Cause, yeah, I know kids can be cruel, they can be vicious, and yeah, kids bully kids growing up, but to take it to that kind of level, there's something that goes beyond bullying. That is racial terrorism. And it just goes, and I can pretty much respect like Kyle Rittenhouse, that mean the other little dirtbag who is recently in the news. That I'm sure that if the story goes further, they're going to protect this boy. I mean that they're not giving his name and so on. I mean like they are not giving space. I mean like they're going to do the usual routine where they most likely are going to humanize this boy. They're going to say that, oh, he was this and that he's not really a bad person, and they'll most likely try and demonize the parents of the parents of this girl, or even say that, oh, this girl is not that innocent, even though she's 11-year old. And the thing is that when I post this video, I really don't think I want to post a big picture of this poor little girl in the hospital, because that does make my blood boil. And yeah, I know that, and also the fact that YouTube might do some funny style shit and try and take that video down because of that. Even though this is on the new sites already, but my prayers go to this girl, and that what needs to also happen is that the parents, you need to teach this girl to defend herself. That I hope that this girl gets put in self-defense classes, and also she has more family and friends that can walk and protect her from this little dirtbag, because he's not going to be the only one, and even he might be bold enough to try and harm this girl again. Make sure that this time that's not ever going to happen to this girl again, because girl is going to be so psychologically scarred growing up, and we have to make sure that this girl is going to be good and safe from this point on. All right, but and so on, and also for the parents of this girl, don't go in this kumbaya bullshit. Don't go say I forgive. This I forgives nonsense. All right, basically stick to your guns that this little punk should be charged. All right, and whatever, because like I said, we know if a black boy had done to a white girl, that black boy's picture will be in the news. He's going to be all types of this and whatever. And the white parents would not forgive this black boy if he hurt their little white girl. I know that for a fact. But let's pray for this little girl that she's going to be okay. And like I said, it's heart wrenching to hear stories like this. But sadly, it just shows you that we're in a race war. And any black person, especially in America, that does not realize that, stop being in denial about that, okay? Because that denial is going to lead to an early grave. So this is for state for Miles. For I think I'm gonna put in real thoughts on Miles. All right, but I'll check my other YouTube pages. Stay to Jamaica and the Caribbean, Miles Gusson Farron, and Miles Productions. Okay.